How are you today?
Very good, you. I love your room, your wallpaper, your
Thank
wall,
you.
all the posters on your wall are so
Some of my favorite, like Toy Story, some of my favorite movies ever. Chloe, my
awesome.
first question for you is how was different of experience was filming this new movie, Gunpowder Milkshake, compared to other movies and shows you've been in?
Well, of course, filming Gunpowder Milkshake was actually the first rated R movie I've gotten to done, and it was really amazing because it's one beautifully shot and stylized, but there was also a lot of stunts and action going on, and it was really amazing for me, to be able to learn about all this different stuff. Like there was so many gory things, stunt wise with like plastic blood and firearms. Like one of the most interesting things I had to do was learn how to handle firearms, and that was like pretty intense. And it was also just really there was a lot of first new things. It was pretty new to me, but I also learned how to drive a car, which some people have seen in the trailer with Karen Gillan, which was like insane because it was actually there was my first time driving a car, and I learned all about the different things you can do with it and how the stunts work, and it was really amazing. And it was pretty different from some of the past things I've done, but it was really great.
That's amazing. Was there any parts that was kind of like scary or really intense for you and maybe some of the other cats?
I think it was pretty funny. There was a lot of fake blood everywhere, and I remember sometimes we were filming, and I think I accidentally sat down on fake blood once, and we had to clean that up. But they had it was actually really cool to see how they did all that, and the stunts come together, and it turned out really great.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be an exciting movie, and I guess some of your friends aren't going to be able to see it without their parents. What were some of your favorite parts of like working with the cast and crew specifically for Gunpowder Milkshake?
I mean, that was simply, so amazing because all of the ladies in the cast were just insanely nice. Like seriously, so sweet. Like I was kind of nervous to meet them all at first, and then I just realized how warm and welcoming each of them are, and how unique each of them are as a
Mm.
person. And they just all are generally so sweet to me, on set, despite how young I am, and all just give out really great energies and are so great with acting too. And it was really, really, really fun hanging out with Karen and Lena a lot. And Karen is like just genuinely so funny and sweet and herself. And I really just, I mean, I do love her. She's so great. And Lena too is hilarious. And we got to spend a lot of time together actually on scenes. And it was really funny because we would, you know, uh, mess around and like right before a take and laugh and had some great laughs and chats. And then right when we, the call to action, it was right into the scene, and they were lovely. Aside from the cast too, Navote was, I think, yes, the youngest director I'd ever worked with. And he was just also really, really,
Mm.
really lovely. But he's also really, he sees these moments. I really like the way he works as a director because he finds meaning in everything, in every shot
Mm.
and take, in every moment in the story. And I really loved working with him. And it was such a great, not only script, but his vision of the film was really really caught to me, and I really loved that about him.
Mm.
And I mean, he's also just so funny and nice himself. But
I'm
yeah.
sure that just makes going to work and working on these projects and keep that passion going, working with other people who are just really excited about the work that you guys are doing. How do you like stay so positive and motivated as an actress, and how do you like just keep growing? Because of though all the projects you've been part of so far, like you keep constantly keep growing, and how do you keep growing as an actress and stay motivated?
Well, thank you. But I mean, usually it's really fun wherever we go to film, and usually a lot of the time it's out of America because I'm based in LA, and so we travel a lot. I think one of the main things is just enjoying the environment wherever we are. Really, I mean, when we travel, it's really fun when there's free time to walk around and do whatever and kind of explore where we're staying. But also I'm kind of a homebody actually, so I sometimes just like to stay at the house. But I personally just, for fun or to whenever we're working, I love drawing or, talking with my friends because usually I'm away from home or just watching movies in generals and shows. And But also learning a lot on set is a big thing, and with staying motivated and going on through the years. It's been about maybe I think 6 or 7 years since I started acting, and motivated. I learn a lot, even from Gunpowder by just watching everybody else work, and that's been really great because when you get to work alongside other actors, you can really pick up and just learn from them, even just by watching. And as the years go by, I'm able to develop more emotions in the scene, and it's really fun getting into characters. And as time goes on, I've just been able to play some really great characters that have just been so much fun. And including Emily, who's been a really great role to play.
It's awesome, like to continue to watch through your films as you grow and develop different skills.
Thank you.
What do young people who want to be actors and actresses, if they ask you for advice, do you often get asked for advice, and what do you tell them when they ask you for advice?
I actually, when people do ask me for advice about acting, I do have some friends who, sometimes ask me, and I really ask me about it. And I really do love talking about it because, to me, acting is really about storytelling and channeling emotions and creating a story with it and getting to be your character and become a person in the scene and help tell the story. And, a lot of people think that with acting, it's kind of about putting on a face and, faking it, but it's not really that. It's, you're really feeling these things while the scene is going on, and you are your character. You're basically a different person. And so sometimes instead of just, studying acting or trying to figure out if you're confused on how to feel something, you can really just look at life and how you feel on a day-to-day basis and take those emotions and put it into the scene and allow it to come out how it is, because we're constantly feeling things and doing things, and so are characters in movies. And that's one of the main things, is to really just allow your emotions to carry through the scene and be in the moment.
How do you go from, especially, when you don't feel that way, or when you have like a really sad scene, and you're joking right before, like what's your process to like get in that character and get in that mindset for what
I usually do take some time to, calm down and sort of get into a state of mind where I can recall something sad that might have happened to me, or, think about things that sort of make me sad, and then allow myself to go into the scene and carry those emotions through it and, let it come out as the scene happens.
You've already worked on like so many projects so far. What's the kind of projects that you want to work with? Like, do you have any dreams of like who you want to work with, or what projects that you want to just do in the future?
I think, yes. I mean, I think I have a lot of goals, but starting from now, I think one of the main things I enjoy much about acting is the characters that I've gotten to play. And, I'm really looking forward to all, the stories that may come along where I can learn more and more about all the different characters that are out there. But I really love when there's a story and I can kind of focus on the character or relate to them. And it's just, so far from what I've done, every character has been pretty different. And, even Emily in Gunpowder Milkshake has been a pretty intense and amazing character to play. And I just love stories like that where you can really meet people and have such an amazing experience. And so I look forward to more experiences and projects like that in the future. But, specifically speaking, if I did want to work with somebody, there are a lot of people I have in mind. But, Emily Blunt would probably be one of the most cool people to work with, because I've been watching a lot of her stuff right now, and she's just like brilliant. I really love her.
She's a fantastic actress. We're excited for Gunpowder Milkshake to come out. For people who don't know too much about the film yet, like why should people see this film?
Well, I think if you haven't seen the trailer yet, or if you want to see Gunpowder Milkshake, I definitely recommend it, because it's really this beautiful, kind of bloody, stylized film about these 3 generations of hit women who, counting me, I am the 3rd generation, and Sam, who's also a hit woman and works for the firm, turns to a point where they turn against the firm. And because for a long time, the firm which is the company Sam works for as an assassin, has been sort of running things and calling the shots. And Sam now, with me under her protection, takes a turn and meets up with the librarians and reunites with her mom to fight against them.
Well, thanks, Chloe. Thanks for taking your time to do this interview. And thanks for being just a fun person to interview.
Oh, thank you so much.